Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you more of the BSL 15 Asian Championships. Right now we have the two-time defending champion on the ropes. We're in the loser bracket, round 3. If Mihu wins here, he goes on. He gets to play in the international part and possibly become the 3-time champion. But he's down a game right now against ZhanHun, who was able to put a gateway into his main base, keep some pressure on, and just got a massive, massive advantage from it. I think the key moment, other than not scouting that inside of his main base gateway, was when ZhanHun did not allow him to finish his second depot. He forced a cancel there, and it just slowed everything down. Mihu was never able to get the critical mass of Marines he needed, and ZhanHun just ran away with it. Super one-sided game. But here we are. It's another two-player map. We're on Butter now. So how do you play this map as ZhanHun? Well, you go for another proxy gate, but not in the main base. You watch Mihu very likely to scout all inside his main base. Now he's kind of been reminded of what all Terrans sometimes forget, that you have to check no matter what on these two-player maps. Now, ZhanHun, I assume it's going to be like one gateway into a gas steal. I'd be pretty shocked if it were something else. There's the gateway, and off to the main. So he's going to run up there. We'll see if Mihu goes ahead and throws down his gas right away. I also want to see if he scouts the whole base. Now look, ZhanHun's going up and around to get there with as little notice as is possible. So there is the offensive gas. So very, very solid. And now in this particular case, when you don't take the gas, scouting inside your main base is not as important, but he's kind of near the edge anyway, so I think he already knows that there's nothing there. But yeah, it's not as important because you have so many minerals because you're not buying the gas, you're not putting any SCVs on it, that you make Marines non-stop. So he is sending this SCV out to do a little bit of scouting. He's going to find this gateway. And of course, he's going to be able to defend this. I don't think this game is going to look anything like the other. I know it kind of already does, right? Because there's like all this kind of aggression coming out of Protoss. But just the fact that Mihu has seen this right off the bat, he knows where it is. There's no real chance. Oh my god, he's going to lose that SCV. That's crazy. Yeah, the damage of a worker outdoes the repair of a worker. You have to put 2 workers on to repair out of the damage range of a probe. Anyways, this is 2 racks. So as soon as you put down the second racks, this is doomed to failure. Like, you are really committing heavily as Terran to stomping this down. And yeah, I think ZhanHun, of course, knows that very, very well. This building placement is really beautiful as well. Look at all the micro holes. 1, 2, 3. 3 different places that he can send his Marines through that they cannot be followed. Great micro right there. Really nice SCV pulling away. A lot of damage put down already. He's not really lost anything. Yeah, Mihu looking so much better this game. Now, we get to see how Mihu wants to follow up and how ZhanHun wants to follow up. We see the Cybernetics core, but we don't see a second gateway yet. If you're going to play like this with the Cybernetics core, honestly, I think the best thing is you go Forge and you go Nexus. Because, I mean, if you just make, like, 2 cannons, Infinity Marines can't stop that. Or break through that, rather. Now, the fact that he's going Forge, he does need the second gate. Okay, there it is. There it is. With the 2 gateway production, you definitely can hold this off if there is a counterattack. And, in fact, he's already got good damage. 3 of these Marines going very, very low. They will still put out a lot of damage, but they'll be able to get picked off very quickly, especially when Dragoons are out. Now, one Zealot looking like he might run into the fire of all these Marines. Now, great pullback there. He's going to end up losing 3, it looks like. So, what can you do? Okay. So, now Mihu gets the gas, but we already have range on the way. Okay, so range is 105 seconds. It's going to take 25 seconds for this, 20 to get the gas, and then 50 to build the factory, 25 for the add-on, and then you need siege mode, which is another 50 seconds. So as you can see, there's this huge amount of time where range is going to be up before there is the counter to range on those Dragoons. So instead, Mihu throws down an academy. So it looks like he's basically just going to go all in here. A lot of Marines going across the map. This is pretty wild. Like, this could kill. This could kill. And especially once he has the academy up, like, you just get stim, you get a couple medics, and Dragoons do not fare so well. When they get range, they certainly do a lot better. But you definitely do need to get that range upgrade for Marines also. Okay, so the Dragoon micro and back. Very good. Excellent micro. Excellent micro from ZhanHun. He's taken no hull damage. He's put a lot of damage out. Now the probes are coming out to fight. Oh my god. Here we go. Second Dragoon comes and gets actually surrounded by his own units. But the damage is enough. He's going to be able to pick off every single Marine. But look at the worker difference. 23 against 13. So that's a 10 worker advantage for Mihu, which is pretty damn good. But you can still produce here, right? Like, if you make ranged Dragoons nonstop out of 2 gates, it's actually very hard for Terran to break through there, and that's why Mihu's making a factory. Like, he should be fine. I don't think he's going to die or anything like that. But doing another attack will be tough. It's just, he's producing only 2 at a time, right? Now, we saw this as I was kind of explaining that other aspect of Marine Medic versus Dragoon, but there's a Citadel on the way, right? So it looks like it's just going to be a rush into Dark Templars. You do have the Comsat, and in fact, he's making an eBay. So it looks like he has a very good idea of what is going on here. Also, up a lot of workers. It's an 8 worker advantage for Terran. Templar Archives. You know, here's the thing with the Templar Archives coming up. If you make, like, just 2 to 3 DTs, the attack can't really come because you only have 1 Comsat. Right? Like, you'll run out of scans, basically. And then when you do run out of scans, your whole army will die. So that is something that could become an issue at some point this game. But he's got a factory, so it looks like Mihu is getting ready to switch this up anyways. Now, range is not done for the Marines, so they do have a little bit of a hard time actually connecting with the Dragoons if the Dragoons have really precise and accurate micro. Yeah, very nice micro here. Ooh, he actually took a step a little bit too far forward there. Mihu running forward, getting the punish. Dragoon's coming up. Ooh, kill another Marine. This is becoming a bit of an issue. He may want to sit in an arc here, and, like, the range just finished. So now with the range up, he definitely can push these back a lot more easily. Targeting pretty nicely. ZhanHun still with some great micro. First siege tank comes out. We do not have a turret, by the way, and we do have a couple DTs going across the map. So very important to note that. Like, he needs to get a turret up in the front of his base pretty quickly this game. If you have a turret in here, it's like, okay, do you have enough scans to get out here and support and get the turret up? That's the question. All right, siege mode has been started. Mihu having a hard time holding on. So SCV gets picked off. Here come the DTs. Now, he has scans, guys. He has 3 scans. All right, gets the first. Only loses a single unit, so that's solid. Very good. Turret goes up. He does need a base of defense. He's going to have to scan this one right now. Targets it. Gets it. Perfectly done. Perfectly done. Now, that doesn't mean that Mihu wins, okay? There is a Nexus coming up, and the containment is a little bit of a problem. Siege mode is almost done. When siege mode finishes, Mihu can, like, think about turret pushing, maybe just walking out and saying maybe you don't have DTs. There are 2 more, and he has 1 scan right now. In 30 seconds, he'll have a second scan. Okay, he gets 1, but scan doesn't last that long, so the DT can walk back in. Has to back up to the turret once again. Never know how many DTs they're actually going to make. Robo coming up on the way. The DT sitting in the natural. There are tricks where you can run the SCV up next to the DT and target with the tanks to deal out a bunch of splash damage. Maybe doing that twice. Okay, he does have the scan now. Okay, gets rid of the DT. Mihu has secured his natural. We don't have any other DTs here. The turret will go up. 3 tanks with the siege mode plus Marine medics with stim. The command center almost done, and now we have to take a look at where we're at. And this is going to be a little bit shocking to you guys, but look at this. A 6-worker advantage right now for ZhanHun, and it might get slightly bigger because the command center has to float. Not just that, but we have all these Marines and medics that don't really scale very well. Notice that ZhanHun is going into a robotics support bay. The reason for that, like obviously shuttle speed is great, but Reavers are the real counter to Bio. I've noticed some people seem to think Psystorm is the counter to Bio. It's really not. I mean, Psystorm is very good against Bio, but Reavers are unkillable for Bio. You have one Reaver, and all this is garbage. Like, you have to catch the Protoss completely off guard and snipe, like, the shuttle that the Reaver's in or something like that. Now, they can support the tanks by standing back with the tanks, and I think that that's going to be the best possible play here for Mihu. He's going to get down there before the Reaver is really mobile, too, which is very, very big. Now, a siege up. Oh, ZhanHun is buying himself so much time. That was not a needed siege up. Like, the Marines alone will kill these Dragoons easily. Look at this. He's trying to get him to do it again. Beautiful play from ZhanHun. All right, little stim turns around. Look at this. He's bought so much time. More units coming up. The Reaver pops out. Seriously, he has bought a ton of time here. And now he has a potential for a flank, although Dragoon flank is not going to be very strong in this particular circumstance. Now, the Reaver is what's going to be very, very strong. Let's see what he gets done with it. You can see those Marines running for their lives. They're so scared. Okay, the first Scarab, not that good, honestly. 3 of the tanks picked off. Okay, another Scarab comes up. He pushes the Bio back, and he's going to be able to kill all the tanks, and now the Bio just has to run home. Rough. That's too bad. That's too bad. Like, if Mihu had moved a little bit quicker and not been kind of baited into sieging and playing around against those 5 goons, he may have gotten a very strong siege position in front of the natural. Instead, we're in a... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Does not quite get the shuttle, as you can see. Rest of the Bio going to run back. He's actually still producing, so I think he's just... I think Mihu has kind of realized the weird spot he's in. I don't... But he's actually got up to 3 facts even. It's interesting. His SCV count is going up really high as well. Mihu, excellent at continually producing. Another factory. Okay, he stopped some Marines finally. Now, I mean, they will add a little bit. They add a lot of support to the tanks. Like, you won't be able to fly the shuttle over and drop Zealots off or something, a tactic that you see all the time. This is a wild game. A wild, wild game. 3rd Nexus coming up for ZhanHun. Lot of units over here. Definitely more army supply. But you can't just attack in. Like, this army will kill that army if this army attack moves. Now, if the Reaver comes in as well, that can absolutely change the math. You get 1 good Scarab on the Bio, and suddenly Protoss can win the fight. Truly, the Reaver is the counter to Bio. But I like that he's just kind of sitting it back. This is support for his tank army. And he is going to go into pure mech from here. Okay, that's a pretty big Protoss army. The Marines stim forward and start to fight. Here come the Reavers. Oh, 1 Scarab gets quite a few of them. The Zealots getting on top of some of these as well. And it looks like this is going to be it. Mihu is going to get broken here. 2 Reavers still left alive. Maybe. No, this tank walked way too far forward there. And this should be it. The SCVs come out to fight, but against Reavers, that is not going to be a good call at all. Oh my God, a huge Scarab right there. And this means that Mihu is going to be eliminated from BSL 15. ZhanHun will advance to that next stage. But this tournament, the Asian Championship's not quite over. We still have a few matches left to see who is the champion of China, of the Asian region. And yeah, congrats to ZhanHun showing his powerful play with all these proxy gates. Mihu having a bit of a hard time holding on. Down goes that siege tank, and yeah, really nothing left over. He's lost like over half of his workers at this point as well. Trying to pop out a couple units here and find some way to hold on. Mihu, he's got that fighting spirit in him. The good kind, not the crappy map. But as ZhanHun just sends more units up, Zealot legs being done and everything as well. Oh, he loses the last tank. Insult to injury. GG, ZhanHun advances.